I use AI in my legal practice, and I think any lawyer who doesn't or who's hiding it from you is either violating their ethical duties or they're just squandering your money. I'm Karam Nahas, the battle-tested lawyer, and for nearly 20 years, I've litigated cases and I've advised entrepreneurs on business deals. And I'm telling you right now, if you're an entrepreneur and you're paying for legal services and your lawyer brags about not using AI, you need to hear what I'm about to say. In this video, I'm going to show you two things. First, why lawyers who refuse to use AI are arguably violating their own professional rules. And I'm not kidding, 2 rules actually. And second, it's costing you time, money, and protection. So by the end of the video, you'll know exactly what to demand from any professional that you hire. So let's start with the ethics rules, because this is where it gets really serious. Now, lawyers have an ethical obligation under Rule 1.1 of the Model Rules of Professional Conduct to provide competent representation. And here's what most people don't know. In 2012, the American Bar Association amended the commentary on that rule to say this explicitly. A lawyer must keep abreast of changes in the law and its practice, including the benefits and risks associated with relevant technology. Now, that's not my interpretation. That's verbatim from the ABA, and 41 states have now adopted that language into their own ethics rules. I know in New Jersey, they require you to be competent to use technology. So what does that mean in plain English? A lawyer who refuses to learn about AI or refuses to understand what it can and can't do isn't being traditional. They're arguably failing their own duty of competence. The rules that govern their profession literally require them to stay current with technology and to use the best resources. When a lawyer markets themselves as not using AI, it's not a badge of honor, it's not craftsmanship. It could actually be an ethical problem, and you're the one who's going to be paying for it. Now, there's a second rule that they also might be violating that really hits home to you. It hits your wallet directly. And that's Rule 1.5 of the Model Rules, and that says that lawyers can't charge unreasonable fees. Now, let me tell you what this means in the context of AI. A lawyer spends 8 hours drafting a contract that AI can help them draft in 30 minutes, and they still bill you for all 8 hours. Is that a reasonable fee? If they spend 10 hours on legal research that AI could help them complete in, let's say, an hour and a half, and they bill you for all 10 hours, are they serving you or are they serving their own pockets and their billable hour targets? And trust me, law firms engage in so much fraudulent billing you can't imagine. I've seen it with my own eyes. So many law firms, I'd say more than 90% of lawyers, systematically engage in fraudulent billing all day long, and judges let them get away with it. So you need to be very careful. You want them using technology. And here's what that actually means to you as the entrepreneur. It means that they're billing you for inefficiency. It means that you're paying more and you're getting the same result, maybe even worse, because they're not leveraging the best tools available. Like I tell you, they engage in systemic fraudulent billing, and it's completely wasteful. And it's your money they're wasting. Now, imagine you're in a contract dispute and your lawyer bills you 8 hours to review the other side's agreement. And by the way, this isn't just lawyers. I know lawyers intimately, and I want to protect you from them. But if you're working with any sort of professional, a CPA, any advisor, any consultant who brags about not using modern tools, ask yourself, am I paying for their expertise or their inefficiencies? Because you want them using modern tools. But let me be clear about something very important, because this is the part that most people get wrong and don't really understand. Like, AI doesn't replace my judgment. AI doesn't replace my 20 years of courtroom and business experience. AI doesn't replace the pattern recognition I built from hundreds of cases and deals. Now, AI did not give me my experience. AI did not give me my track record. AI did not give me my data, my failures, my mistakes. I went out and I lived it. I spent 20 years in courtrooms and boardrooms. I've litigated cases. I advise on deals. I've made mistakes. I've learned with them, and I've built a body of knowledge and experience and skills with real consequences. And then from all of that, I trained AI. I fed it my frameworks, my systems, my methodologies, my experience, my know-how, my concepts. The experience came first. That's really important. The data came first. The track record came first. AI came second. That's the key. That's why AI won't replace you. And it's the key for you as an entrepreneur too. You go out and do the work first. You acquire the experience and the data, and then you use AI to leverage and scale what you built. That's how to do it. That's the right order. Anything else is just noise and probably even fraud. What AI does is scale my experience, so all of you get the benefit. When I review a contract, AI helps me spot issues faster, which means you get better protection because I've trained AI. When I build compliance systems, AI helps me cover more ground because I've trained it properly, which means fewer blind spots. When I create the content on this channel, AI helps me reach more entrepreneurs, which means more people get protected. The expertise is mine, the judgment is mine, the strategy is mine. AI just helps me deliver it to more people more efficiently. Just like my risk report, where I would charge $7,500 in person, it's free because of AI. And here's what most people don't realize about what that actually took to build. Now, what I built with AI didn't happen overnight. It took years. I spent 20 years accumulating the experience. Then I spent years taking that experience, every case, every deal, every mistake, every business deal gone sideways, every courtroom lesson, and I built it into a system. The 5 enemies, 7 danger zones, the 101 deadly mistakes. It's the business defense system for entrepreneurs. And all of it is built from real data and real experience. And then I spent some time training AI on those systems, testing, refining, and perfecting until the output matched what I would want to deliver one-on-one. And that's how you should incorporate AI into your practice. Here's what it looks like exactly, and what I refer to as my risk report. I would charge $7,500 for a comprehensive legal risk assessment that's one-on-one. It's intensive, it's customized. Only the entrepreneurs who could afford that got access to protect their business. But now that same assessment is free. It's called the risk report, and AI helps me deliver it to every entrepreneur who needs it, not just the ones who could afford premium fees. It took me a couple years to build it using all the new technologies, and it didn't happen because I just plugged into ChatGPT and hit go. This happened because I built a system that's based on 20 years of experience that was worth scaling. And then I used AI to scale it. Now, that's not replacing expertise. That's democratizing it. And that's my mission. 20 years of pattern recognition, real cases, shouldn't be locked behind $500 an hour fees, $1,000 an hour fees. It should be available to every entrepreneur who needs it, and only AI makes that possible. So if you're an entrepreneur and this is making you think differently about the professionals that you're paying, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, drop me a comment. So here's my promise to you. I will always be transparent about how I work. And yes, I use AI. I use it to research faster, draft faster, and serve more entrepreneurs. But every piece of guidance, every strategy, every contract, every system that comes from Legally Bulletproof, it's built on 20 years of experience first. Real cases, real courtrooms, real deals, real scars, battle-tested scars, and AI scaled it. The lawyers who pretend that they don't need modern tools aren't protecting you. They're protecting their billable hours, and they're committing ethical violations, if you ask me. As an entrepreneur, you should demand that anyone you hire, lawyers, CPA, advisors, are using every tool available to give you the best result at the best price. If they're not working for you. They're working for themselves. So remember, I said any lawyer who doesn't use AI is either violating their ethical duties or they're squandering away your money. Now you know exactly why, because Rule 1.1 says they have to stay current with technology. Rule 1.5 says they can't charge you unreasonable fees. So refusing to use the tools that make your services faster, better, and cheaper to you, that's arguably a huge problem under both rules. This is Danger Zone 1, power, mindset, and skills. Knowing what to demand for professionals that you hire, that's a real skill, and it protects your business while it maximizes your value. So take the risk report that I've talked about. It's free, it only takes you 5 minutes. It'll show you exactly where you're exposed across all 7 legal danger zones. That's based on 20 years of my experience in court and in business, and I used AI to scale it. I trained AI. The link is in the description below, and I'm Karam Nahas, the battle-tested lawyer. Remember, defense wins championships. Get legally bulletproof.